Fathers of Nations starts with ordinary children who grew up to change the course of history through their leadership and vision. In small villages and bustling cities across different continents, future leaders experienced childhoods that shaped their values. George Washington worked on his family's plantation in Virginia, learning discipline and responsibility from an early age. Mahatma Gandhi grew up in a devout Hindu household in India where he absorbed religious principles that would later guide his philosophy of nonviolence. Nelson Mandela herded cattle as a boy in the hills of Transkei, listening to elders tell stories about his ancestors' bravery. These early environments planted seeds that would later grow into powerful ideas about freedom, justice, and national identity. On the battlefields and in prison cells, these individuals faced challenges that tested their resolve and clarified their purpose. Washington crossed the frozen Delaware River during the American Revolution, leading his freezing soldiers through the darkness toward a surprise attack that would change the war. Gandhi walked barefoot through villages during the Salt March, defying British colonial laws while thousands joined his peaceful protest. Mandela spent 27 years in a small prison cell on Robben Island, breaking rocks by day while secretly writing his autobiography at night. These difficult places became crucibles where their leadership was forged through sacrifice and suffering. The harsh conditions transformed them from mere political figures into symbols of their people's struggle. In meeting halls and under trees where important decisions were made, these leaders brought people together to create new nations. Washington presided over the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia, guiding fierce debates about how the new American government should function. Gandhi negotiated with British officials in elegant government buildings, insisting on independence while urging Hindus and Muslims to remain united. Mandela sat across from his former jailers at negotiation tables, working to dismantle apartheid while preventing civil war. These spaces of dialogue became birthplaces of new constitutions and declarations that would define their nations. Through patience and compromise, they transformed revolutionary energy into stable foundations for the future. At podiums and stages where they addressed their people, these leaders articulated visions that unified diverse populations. Washington delivered his farewell address warning against excessive political divisions and foreign entanglements. Gandhi spoke from simple platforms in village squares, explaining complex ideas of self-reliance and dignity in language everyone could understand. Mandela raised his fist at a stadium after his release from prison, declaring his commitment to reconciliation rather than revenge. These moments of public communication created shared national stories that citizens could rally around. Their words became touchstones that defined what their countries stood for and aspired to become. In the peaceful transition of power, these leaders demonstrated their greatest strength by voluntarily stepping aside. Washington returned to his farm at Mount Vernon after refusing a third term as president, establishing the precedent of peaceful transition. Gandhi declined any official position in the new Indian government, focusing instead on healing religious divisions until his assassination. Mandela served one term as South Africa's president before retiring, ensuring democracy would survive beyond his leadership. These final acts of restraint distinguished them from dictators and earned them eternal respect. By choosing to limit their own power, they ensured the nations they built would outlast them, transforming from fathers of revolution into fathers of enduring democratic traditions that continue to inspire the world today.